Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and today I'm going to do a KSCRAFT Let's Make This. So last night I was going through all of my design team hauls and stuff and just looking at stuff that I haven't made yet, and I remembered the Santa Claus hat bubblegum machine that KSCRAFT sent to me, and so I got that out, and of course it's all in bits because I've already cut it apart, and I'm looking at this circle and you already know what I'm thinking. I ordered all the shaker domes and I love them, and I wanted to know if this small shaker dome would fit, and it does. So that's what I'm going to do today, because that makes life super easy. You haven't got to cut any foam, you haven't got to fiddle around with any acetate or anything like that. You can just pop the dome straight through the hole. So I'm going to run off, do some die cutting, come back with my bits, we're going to make it, and I will show you. Right, so I've been away and die cut, and I put everything on this little sheet of paper so I can just slide it up. Now this is the smallest dome, and I have shown these before, and they have a protective covering on them that you can just rub with your nail, and then I don't know if you can see that, and then you peel that off, and then your dome is all shiny and new, and the adhesive is on the back. Now here is what I discovered, and that is this. Do you see that? That is a perfect fit. So we're going to use the dome, and of course it's going to make life easy because I can just glue that. If I move that out of the way, I'll show you those other bits in a minute, and it's just going to go straight on to there. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't it wonderful when things come together like that? So we've got that, and that's where that's going to go. You can already see my little mixy bit, and most of these little bits are from KSCRAFT, and I've just mixed in a few of my own. So I will link a few sequins and stuff below today, of course, if I remember. Yeah. Now, because it's a dome and not flat, now this is how it should go. If you're doing a flat dome, you'd end up with your Santa hat on top, if you know what I mean. But because you've got a dome, you can't do that. So if I put that like that for you and then pop that on, you can see that that is the area that you're going to have to work with. I'm just, you know, quickly smooshing things around in my hands, and so you can go off at a jaunty little angle, and have your Santa hat like that. So there is a fixing point where it will fix. Now these are the other bits which will go here, and then you've got a drop down section. I'm just trying to pick it up with my fingers. Oops. Now you can have the slot whichever way you want it to be. I mean, you can go that way, but I'm kind of thinking that it might go that way with the biggest bit at the bottom. So that would go there, and then here's one of your back pieces for your turn dial, which can go there, and then of course you can set your turner, which is what you'd use to get your stuff out with, like that. Or you can even turn that oval the other way. Haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out when we get to it. But you can basically put that whichever way you want. And also in the die, you get the little bobble for the hat. So you can see just really how quick and easy that is. Now, I do want to keep one of those because I want one of those in the tray, you know, like the handle has been turned. And I'm not sure if I want one on my Santa hat. Might be nice. Yeah, I might stick one there and I might stick one there. Right, so putting it together, you can see just how quick this is going to be. And when I say stuff like that, stick around because I might end up having a disaster. So here we go. Santa hat first, really quick and easy. So we're going to glue the white onto the red. I've got my needle tip bottle here, which I've had for several years now from AliExpress. The loopy bit is missing off it, but that doesn't bother me because it still works. I'm one of these people that if it still works, I refuse to get another one. So there we have the little hat piece stuck down right there. I think that's really cute. And now we're going to stick the bobble on. Now, I'm pretty sure that I did have my pickup tool on my table, but not to worry, because these are, fortunately, big enough to handle. So I've got that on, but I don't know if that bauble has got a shape of its own. So I'm just going to swing it around until I feel like I'm getting the best coverage, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to go with that. So how quick was that? You know, there's the little hat, and then I'm going to pretty it up, a little bit of glue there, and I'm going to put one of these on here. There, I think that's cute. So now the Santa hat is done. The next thing to do, of course, is the machine. So I'm going to stick the bottom bits on first, and that's going to be this white piece. You can, of course, if you're not used to doing shakers and things, pause the video so that you can see what I'm up to. And that goes on there. And then I need to make sure that I've got that on straight. So while the glue is wet, just adjust it and pop it into position. Now, things like this, great on cards, great on tags. Right. Is everybody getting ready for the cold weather? Oh dear. I think my husband's panicking more about it than I am. He's going out to get little light bulbs to put on the raised bed so that nothing freezes. So I think we're going down to like 26 or 27 or something, which is quite cold for here. And then we're going in the centre, and I think I am going to have the biggest bit at the bottom. I like the idea of that. And then I want to make sure that it's straight and in the centre. So I can see straight away that that isn't straight. So I'm just holding it towards myself to straighten it up. And I think that's it. So we've got that in the centre there. You can see the lovely embossing on the base of that, just like one of those vintage metal gumball machines. Right, I hope I didn't just shift that. No, I didn't, I don't think. There we go. Right, so onto there, we're going to need to put the mechanics of it. Now, I think I'm going to have my oval going long ways down instead of across. And of course, you can use whatever configuration you want to with these. So I'm kind of going to go there so that I'm off a bit, if you know what I mean. And as there's no sort of right way or wrong way of doing it, it doesn't really matter. But if I'm going to go that direction, I do want it to be straight. And then smack bang into the middle of that, I'm going to have my little coin turning handle, which is going to go at an angle so that I can see everything that's going on. So that's how I've decided to do mine. And you can do it however you want to. And then because I want it to dry, I'm going to put my little piece of candy down there at the bottom of the drop slot or whatever it's called. There. I think I've got that in the centre, I'm not sure. But my glue always takes a couple of minutes to dry in this kind of weather. Right, so what have I got now? I've got that, so I need to move that into position. And what I need to do next is put a bead of glue around here and glue that on. And because that's going to take a couple of minutes, I'm just going to, you know, like go off camera until it's set. But this is basically what I'm doing. And I'm just putting a squiggle of glue all the way around my little circle. Right, I'm going to pop that on there, let it dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think that little ring is kind of dry enough to mess around. And then the next thing is getting all of your sprinkles in. Now, I may have picked up too much to fit in my space. I'm not sure yet. But you just need to pile them in away from the edge. And I've got little gems and snowflakes and all sorts of stuff going on here. But I'm only going to go as far as it feels safe. So if I don't think I'm going to get my dome in, I'll stop. And I think that probably looks about right. So those will just go back into my pot. Right, now the next thing is to peel off the sticky from the back, which is this white ring here. And if my camera's playing up, I apologise, it's quite grey outside. And I am going to stand up for this. Now you can use a piece of tape or a Dollar Tree foam pad to kind of, you know, make sure that you're centre and straight. But I'm going to be brave and go there. I think that looks about right. My camera's wobbling. I'm sitting down again. Make sure all your bits are pressed down. And you've removed any bits of fluff. That's just dried glue. I usually get dried glue all over my fingertips. And then we can decide where we want our little hat. Now, as I said, because you've got that raised dome, there's only so far that you can go. And I kind of want my little hat to be a little bit humorous. So I'm going to go there. And I'm just going to apply glue in the centre and along that edge. So that's how much I've got just in the middle. And I'm finding my little cap for my glue before I lose it. Whoops. There we go. And I like that humorous angle, so I'm going there. Now because it's kind of like off edge, I'm just going to get my tool like that and press it down. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes for that to dry so I can pick it up, and I'll be right back. Right, so that's dry enough to handle, and you can see just how cute that is. Isn't that lovely? Really easy to make. And it's just awesome that these domes are fitting so many shaker dies. But I absolutely love that. I think it's really cute. You could add a little bow, holly, berries, whatever it is you wanted to do. And of course, my camera's going to go blurred. But you can do them in whatever colours you want to. Just really cute and really quick. Right, measurements, because you do want the size of that. And as I said, it is the smallest of the domes. They come in small, medium and large. So at that little angle that I've made it there, I can see where the stripe is on my paper. And finished, that is 3 3/8. So it's a great size. That's going to look so sweet on a little tag or on a Christmas card with other little stamped characters. You know, you could even have a little gnome or something sitting on the top of that, or even wearing that hat. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as usual, all links below. Bye.